demons appear like magic. Money long so elastic, foreign fabrics to fashion.
I'm itching for money, cash addict. She get drawn in my pockets like Titanic. When I get on the beat, it's Jurassic. Little niggas don't want static.
Wavy come like tsunami and drown you with the drip out.
What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. And today we have some Piston news, I guess you could call it, because there was a bit of a conference call with Blake Griffin and Luke Kennard with some of the media members, and Blake Griffin talked today about his future with the Detroit Pistons. It wasn't nothing like too revealing about what he was saying, but it's news nonetheless because we haven't heard from Blake in a minute. We've heard reports that he's been ready for a minute. He's been ready to play for a minute. So it was really good to hear from Blake and Luke too. But we're gonna talk about what we heard from Blake today. And before we get any further into it, if you guys haven't already and you guys like the content I've been creating, go down below and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers and I really need you guys' help. If you guys like what you guys have been seeing, once again, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. But anyways, let's get into what Blake was talking about today. So right off the top, first thing I want to talk about is that Blake said that he does not view this past season as the start of a decline for him. And I don't know what exactly the question was, but he went on to say that he does not view this contract as his final contract, which I don't believe anybody really thought that he would like retire after this contract, but I guess he made sure to say that himself. So that's nothing really shocking. And like I've said in previous videos and on podcasts and in these interviews with James from The Athletic and others on my channel already, it's not really shocking to hear this from Blake. Honestly, it's quite expected to hear from him because if you go back and watch the video with the Pistons beat writer group call on my channel, it's about 3 or 4 videos ago, we talked about how Blake has been hurt a lot of times throughout his career, obviously, but every time he comes back to normal, he comes back to a star player. A lot of players, they get hurt and they don't end up getting back to that same player. Every time Blake's gotten hurt, he always ends up getting back to that star level player. He has great work ethic. He doesn't let anything getting him down, and he's absolutely motivated to get back to that star level. Just like he was motivated in 2018-2019 season with the Pistons to show that he's still a superstar, which he did do. So it's really not shocking at all, and like I said, it's quite expected to hear that from him. And now we'll get into what he said about his future with the Detroit Pistons. He went on to say, if I'm on the Detroit Pistons, I'm doing everything I can to help them. And there were some fans in, like I said, James from The Athletic mentioned, talking about some, oh, I see this as a trade demand, basically, trade me, please trade me, please, I want out of here. And James went on to say, no, that's not what he was saying. The question was about his future, and he pretty much said that he's in Detroit and he's focused on Detroit. He's not focused about anything after that. He's not focused about getting traded, asking for a trade, etc. He's in Detroit, he's focused on helping Detroit, and he's focused about being in Detroit. So, like I said earlier, nothing too revealing from Blake. I think what he said, is kind of the thought of anybody knowledgeable about the Pistons and their situation right now, and his situation, anybody knowledgeable with it. I think he hasn't shown anything to say that he wants out. He hasn't given the idea that he wants out or that he's going to eventually demand a trade. I've said multiple times, I don't expect Blake to be moved this year. I don't expect Blake to be moved, honestly. I could very well see him finishing his contract with the Pistons. I don't think another team's going to take on his contract. And I don't see Blake opting out of his final year of his contract when he's getting paid $35+ million. So I really could see him just finishing his contract with the Pistons. And I think at the very earliest, you can expect him to be even close to being traded until he's expiring contract and he has some type of value to a team because he's just too injury prone right now. He's getting older and he's on an expensive contract. There's no way a team's going to trade for a guy who's injury prone. Last time we saw him, he was not very good at all because of injuries, and he's expensive and he's getting old. There's no way a team's going to trade for that, and the Pistons are not going to trade assets with Blake just to get him off the team. So I really don't expect Blake to be traded this year, and honestly, if you want my prediction, I don't see him being traded his expiring deal either. I see him just becoming a free agent after his deal's done with the Pistons. And after this, he goes on just to talk about some of the issues going on in this country right now. Obviously, it's a very crazy time right now in the United States, so he goes on to talk about that, some of the racial issues that have been brought up, some of the movements that's been going on, the protesting, etc. He goes on to talk about some of that. So after that, there was really no other Piston-related news. And that's all I've got for you guys today. Just a real quick, short video talking about what Blake said today during the media conference, during the media call, excuse me, because, you know, the Pistons don't have much to talk about, and when something like this happens, it should be talked about because this is probably going to be the only thing Pistons fans are talking about for the next few weeks due to there being nothing to talk about with the Pistons. So, once again, that's all I've got for you guys today. Let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think about Blake's comments, and once again, if you guys haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. If you like what I'm doing over here, I could really appreciate it, and until my next video, I'll see you guys later. Stay safe, everybody.